For drawing, even if you have oval canvas or circle one or a square, doesn't matter. You can manage about the space that you can have on top, bottom, left, and right. So if it's a rectangle like me, I start to mention about the top of the ear, the head, and then this side of the fox face, and then draw, this is the focal point, and I draw this one first. The rest will come on top. So choose this part as the top of the ears, and choose this part as the top of head, and this part for this side of the face. The rest is covered by the black background. The whole face, even the left part, we mentioned about the left part. For the right side, it's covered by leaves, but we can mention about some line that imagines somewhere like that. And it's like a circle shape. If you want to connect this part to each other, something like that. This is the face, the whole face. And then the place of ear is look like triangle. So in a simple way, I draw one triangle here and one triangle the other side, but I will make it accurate. It's look like cat now, but I will make it accurate a little bit. Just mention about the, I'm doing just a little accurate, the ear. This line come this side, and then connect that part. Even you can make a little bit thicker color to shape this part of the ear a little bit more accurate. Here, that part. And then the other side is a gentle C curve here, will come a little toward the center. The other side is go a little out, then reach to the face. Adding black on top of the surface. And the difference between wood and canvas is wood absorb a lot. So if you work with wood, you need to take more pigment like that, and then add on top of the surface because it's absorb a lot. And even you can fix the shape of drawing if you're not happy with one part. With the black color, you can come inside and fix the shape of face. So I'm going to use pure reddish brown for whole face. And in some part which is lighter, I'm going to add reddish brown with orange mixed together. And a little bit white. More orange to reach lighter tone. You can add more orange to see you're happy with the color or not. I think I'm okay with it. So put it aside. I have this color. And in some part, under the eyes, we see a little darker brown. So if you have darker brown, you can use that. If not, we already have these colors in our palette. We don't need to waste any color. It's a limited palette. We can just adding black into brown. Reddish brown and mix a little bit black with it. It gives you dark brown. And it's good for some part which is a little bit darker tone. Because black is so powerful, you need to use it little by little and see, are you happy with the color, or you would like to add more and make darker gray. This is lighter gray. We already need two values, light gray and dark gray. So light gray have less brown, less black. Dark gray have more black. So I keep this for light gray. And again, white color, black. This time I use a little bit more black to reach darker gray. Even a little bit more. And start with, before start actually with the smaller brush, it's better to make the eyes and nose a little dark like black, because we use the same color that we use it for drawing, reddish brown, and I don't want to lose the shape of features like eyes and nose, so I just make it black. Like that. And then I'm going to use reddish brown to cover whole the face. It's wet, so at the same time we can use different tone and value. So I'm going to use the pure reddish brown so far, and I just work on this part, on the top of the face, not more than that, because I would like to not let it dry and bring another color. And I prefer to take heavy paint to work on it. And use the other brushes that you have to bring a little darker tone, like a brush stroke on here, and use the tip of brush. Use the tip of brush, add some stroke. The first color is still wet. Because of that, I use heavy paint, because I wanted to keep the surface a little wet for another stroke on top. So gently, with less pressure, please add a little darker tone. Not everywhere, somewhere would be okay. Even we can back to reddish brown if you see that you have a lots of darkness. Back to the reddish brown and a little cover it. Then we move on with the lighter tone. This color. And now I'm going to add a little stroke, same as fur, to background. With the tip of flat brush, take your brush like that and add some brush stroke toward the background. And let it fade here into the face. How you can make it fade with gentle brush stroke, because when you add this stroke little by little here, the edges create on this part. So very gently touch it, bring it toward the color of face and let it fade. Even if you see some part sometimes get dry, again back to the reddish brown and make it more heavy. After this, a little bit white at the same time with the same brush. Please not wash your brush or clean it, because we would like to have blending at the same time. We have some dry brush stroke here with a pure white color to show these are look like fur. A little bit, touch it very gently to let it blend to the background, to the rest of the face. And then we move on next part. I think I have to add a little bit reddish brown more because it gets dry. At the same time, then I move on to the light tone. With the tip of brush, just adding some line. Or even on top of the eye, a little bit of stroke. We need to have. Always clean your brush with the napkin, not with water. Then move on with the pure white color. Take your brush straight, reddish brown, make it a little heavy because I would like to add fur on top and I need to have wet surface. So I make it heavy, clean by napkin, move on toward the light value. Try to draw some line on top. Straight, take your brush, draw some tiny line, clean with napkin, and please touch it so gently to disappear these edges. If you want to have some white on top, take white color. Tiny line would be helpful to shape this fur. Small brush stroke would be really helpful. So this is heavy paint, so it takes a little time to get dry. At the same time, I see this section is a little dark. So I'm going to add the darker brown here on this section. Just one stroke because it's wet. So just one stroke, it's okay to bring it, to make it dark on top of the face. Even another stroke with this C-curve, we can bring it here. When I want to bring another dark or light color on top of the main color, I'm so gentle and I'm not added any pressure. Just so loose, I try to touch it. And then clean the brush with napkin. Move on with this lighter tone. Now I take my brush like that because I would like to make the fur. And I add the brush stroke toward the background. because animals' fur look like that, and it's not the straight cover. Even if it's heavy texture would be okay. Add some heavy texture and with a light tone. Then close to the nose a little bit lighter tone. And under eye, add one stroke here. And clean my brush with napkin. I don't want to let it dry, just a pure white color. With the tip of brush, add a little bit line, move it toward the background in different angle to shape the fur more accurate. Inside is grayish color, so I have this gray. I try to cover here with the gray color. So flat and simple, just cover it. I know there is a line in between happen, but doesn't matter, we will fix that. My gray color is not much dark, but the reason I want to keep this color is it's wet. At the same time, I can bring the pure black because it's more interesting to cover and blend actually inside the surface, not in a palette, on your canvas. Sometimes it's more interesting. And you can let it mix with the gray and give you the color, the darker color that we're interested to have. Some like this, a little bit with one line, the other side. Keep it like that. I know there is some brush stroke we need to bring with pure white color. And I don't let it dry because I would like to have, sorry, this light gray. Because I would like this light gray mix with darker tone and add some stroke, like a tiny curve shape. With the tip of your brush, if you see, for whole the part, I lay down my brush like that, do like this. For this hair or fur that I make, I use just the tip of brush to straight like that and try to add like a line. And randomly add some lighter tone on this part of the ear with the tip of flat brush. very gently here as well. And bottom of nose, just a lighter gray. Add simple brush stroke. I don't make anything right now. Add some stroke. A little dark gray. Close to nose, just a bit, 1, 2, 3 stroke as a dark color. Even here it's dark. If you see the darkness is not much, just a stroke with black would be fine to bring. We will wait, let it dry, and then we will come on top by adding some brush stroke. For now, it's okay to leave it like that. Just shape it very gently, the top part, like this. Gentle C curve, this part. The circle is okay to add, not really circly, a little bit smaller than that, or more curvy. And the center is dark too. Then around, we need to bring the greenish color of the eyes. I'm just adding this part. And even here, a little thicker, I think. Move it down. We need to add a little darker here and here. The shape, you see, it comes down like that. And gray color, light gray color, using a tiny bit for here, should be really tiny. Again. And this part, it's not much gray. It's more dark. I see inside the eyes is more greeny, but I'm going to add this light brown, and then when I add the green color, I cover it with green. I'm just going with this brown color. To cover it. And then inside the pupil, which is dark, just a narrow and tip of brush with the pure white. The circle as a shine will come on top like that. Just draw one line here. This is one branch. Another one, it's come from here to there. The length, it's totally depend on you. You can bring it more up or less. And this is a little curvy shape, gentle curvy. Here as well, another curve. Here it's come from this way and this way. The other is on top like that. So I just mentioned about the branches, which is separate. Then I'm going to add the leaves around. The shape of this kind of leaves is like that. Just with the tip of brush, take heavy paint, do some line around the left and right side. And we already have the black background, so in between it's already dark. You can switch with these two colors, warm and dark, or even pure ochre green in between. For some part and most of the time on the bottom part, it's more dark. So this dark color can come in between and make it interesting. Just repeat and repeat. And heavy paint, always lovely. This is the fun part. So you can make the branches around the fox and bring it up on his body to see how much you would like to cover it.